Alright, this weekend I visited the Southern California Gaming Expo. Notice they dropped the retro from the name. It is under new ownership, even though the website still says SoCal Retro Gaming Expo up on the address bar. I went on Saturday, June 8th, and it opened at 10 a.m. The tickets were $45. You had to fend for yourself to find parking. Luckily, there was a place right around the corner that had 90-minute parking and full-day parking for reasonable prices, not exceeding $12. Without further ado, let's check out some of the video that I recorded while I was there. And this was the view as I was walking up to the expo. People were taking selfies, and then when you enter the building, this is what you saw. We walked in right at the same time as everybody else, right when it opened, maybe like 10:10, and it was already bustling with people everywhere looking for deals. And this is one of the fun things about going to the expo, is trying to find those high value items and the things that are important to your collection. This was the Millennium Falcon / Nintendo console. That was pretty cool. And it was just kind of taking a sweeping view from the corner of the place about an hour in. This is what it was looking like. All kinds of vendors here. Believe me, I took my time and spent all the cash that I had brought with me, which wasn't very much actually. I am finding it more and more difficult nowadays to find the older items, the things that are Commodore related or Atari 2600 or even Intellivision. I don't believe I saw very many Intellivision things. I think I did see an Intellivision for $300, which I felt was way overpriced. There were a lot of items here that were just way overpriced, or that you could get on eBay or something like that, but that's not the only reason that you come to these expos. There's all these other little extras, like these voice actors, if you're interested in meeting them, buying some stuff and having things signed. That was one area. There's the panels that are held in the afternoon throughout the rest of the day, which I didn't have time to attend this time. There's also this area where you could compete with fighting type style games. That was pretty neat. And look at just how big that section was.
What's that? All of it.
And that brings me to the Tetris section. They had the Tetris Championship thing going on, which is always exciting. There was a bunch of seats set aside where you could sit down and watch the gamers duke it out. How cool is that? Then just outside the Tetris area were these standalone arcade machines, which were all set to free play, and there was an art gallery exhibit for Nintendo Power, which I thought was interesting. I don't think anything was for sale in here, or if it was, it wasn't clear to me. Just things that were just on display, and there was artwork and shirts and things like that. I thought that piece was nice. I liked the frame that it was in. And there was this section inside the main area where people were playing pinball machines and kids were playing on stools, and I thought that was neat. There was this skateboard event, and there was one young guy in there on a skateboard showing off his skills, which I give him props for that. Imagine being so good you're not really worried about crashing and breaking something. There was a boxed Atari 5200 there. I'm pretty sure I bought something from that vendor. And then on the way out, this is kind of the look Again, the free play machines that were available. Over on the left there was the Tetris area, the CTWC. And then if we flip around, kind of show that hallway, show what was going on. It's a little quieter in this area. There was fewer people. And then on the way out on the other side was a visitor, Pokemon. People were taking pictures with Pokemon. Now, if you had come to the expo on Sunday, you could have saved $10. That's a little wristband you get. It gives you in-out privileges, and these were some of the items people were giving out for free. Little flyers and knickknacks and the little magazine previews for old school gamer. The Game Power bag there, you could throw your loot in, which was really cool. That was the SoCal Gaming Expo. There was someone that was making these Lego style art or gun things. The Vintage Computer Festival people were there, and I got a sticker and a card, and I'm looking forward to going next season. I picked up this Space Invaders things. Everything I got here was fairly reasonable. The most expensive thing is coming up soon. I bought a Ghost and Goblins Nintendo NES cartridge. I paid, I think, $15 for this DVD documentary, this arcade documentary. They were also selling a VHS version of that. This young guy is selling his games from Monsoon Studios, and I bought one of his games last year for the NES, and he's developing an Atari 2600 game, and so be on the lookout for what this guy's going to be making, and he gave me his card right there. Check him out on YouTube. I bought these little children's books. I thought they were cool. Shout out to Matthew. I got a Miss Pac-Man and then Pac-Man version. Those were really neat. I didn't never seen those before. I got the Jumpman Jr. cartridge for Atari 400, 800. And it also had this disc, Dragon Riders of Pern, in there. Not sure if that works or not. It was thrown in the box. There's no manual. So these are kind of things you can make deals with them. And, you know, if they're asking for 20, sometimes you can say, hey, you take 15. This was John Riggs' games. He had Dreamcast and he had an NES game there. Yeah, and then Blades of Steel also I picked up full complete in box, which wasn't a big deal. And then I got this game for the Atari 400, 800, Owari Bull and Cow. I like collecting Pong games, and they had this APF TV Fun, and I got it cheap. Anyhow, that's my video. Thanks for watching.